Hello fellas! In today's video we're going to learn how to place anything into perspective, and we're going to do it non-destructively in Photoshop. So let's get started. I already have this image of a blank billboard, and I'm going to use perspective crop to print an image onto the billboard which would not just look realistic but would also be in proper perspective. So I'm going to start by adding guides to the corners, and you should be able to do that only if you have your rulers active. Mine is already active. If yours is not, just hit Command R on a Mac or Control R on a PC to show rulers, and then you can easily drag guides from the rulers and place them to all the corners. And since this is not a proper straight rectangle, you'll have to use at least 2 guides to cover the corners of a side. Also, ensure that the snap option is active. You can find that under View. This option will help you easily snap the perspective grid to the corners. Okay, now that I have all my guides set to all the corners, let's grab the perspective crop tool, which you can find right under the crop tool, and then click on all 4 corners to place the perspective grid. The moment you close the grid and hit OK, you'll find your image change to a flat rectangle. This is basically your perspective grid that you've just created. Now hit Command A on a Mac or Control A on a PC to select all, and then do a Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC to copy it. Once you've copied the perspective, hit Command Z on a Mac or Control Z on a PC a few times until you get your original image back. And once you get the image back, hit Command V on a Mac or Control V on a PC, or you can even go to Edit and select Paste option from there. At this point, you'll find a white strip on top of your image, and you can also find Photoshop creating a separate layer for the perspective grid on the Layers panel on the right. So let's select this new layer and right-click and convert it to Smart Object. Remember, we said we'll create the perspective non-destructively, so this is us walking down that path. Now we'll place the white strip exactly on top of our image, ensuring that the corners of our perspective touches the 4 corners of our image that we had selected earlier. And to do that, we need to hit Command T on a Mac or Control T on a PC. And once our perspective grid gets highlighted, right-click on it and select Distort. And now you're free to make the 4 corners of your perspective meet the 4 corners we pinpointed using the guides. So let me carefully click and drag the corners to the corners of the billboard. Let me also zoom in and place my corners perfectly so that the final result looks good. Once I'm satisfied with the placement, I'll hit OK. Now we don't need the grids anymore, so we can hit Command H on a Mac or Control H on a PC and select Hide Extras to hide the guides. Alright, now it's time to place the image onto our billboard. So double click layer 1, which is our perspective layer. The moment you do that, you'll find that it opens on another tab with a .psb extension. So now I'm going to go to File and then Open and locate the image I'm planning to use for the billboard. As you can see, my image opens up on another tab, so I'll click and drag it to the layer 1.psb tab that had opened up a few seconds ago. To adjust my image, I'll hit Command T on a Mac or Control T on a PC and drag it down so that the best parts of the image are contained within the grid. And once I'm satisfied with my selection, I'll hit OK, and then I'm going to hit Command S on a Mac or Control S on a PC to save it. And now when you go back to the image, you'll be amazed to find how perfectly the image fits onto the billboard. So guys, that's how you fit any image in perspective non-destructively in Photoshop. I hope you've enjoyed the video, so if you have learned something new from this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until we meet again, Goodbye and thanks for watching.